Alright, it's been a few days. We're back to the morbark. I think in the last video we had it up and working. Some of the seals were leaking pretty bad. This is the worst one out of them. This one seeped a little bit. And this one up here was leaking pretty bad. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take this one apart and that one apart. And we're going to take the seals up to my hydraulic guy and get the parts that we need to fix it. And then I'm just going to rebuild all of them versus screwing around and just fixing what I need, or the ones that are leaking, because the rest of them are going to leak at some point. So, figured I'd show you how to take this apart. And no, I do not have the right exact tool to do this, so we're doing it this way. Just be really, really careful. With it, you're going to mess it up a little bit. Just be careful with it. It'll be fine. Get it to a certain point, you might be able to do it the other way here. Get loose here. A bunch of dirt. Hey, look at that. There we go. Oh, she's leaking. Alright. Yep. I was worried about that. A lot of fluid in that fucking thing. That ain't nothing good. That thing's heavy. Alrighty then. Let's go take this apart. Alright, I busted it loose. I took the air hammer, put it up against the edge of this, knocked it loose real quick. Seems to be spinning. And I just took pry bar, jam her in there, hold the bin, just like so. You can tight, so I use your hammer. Try to use the fucking hammer. Just get it loose. I'm in. Oh, right anyway. Yeah. What do you think? You just, it was blowing it right out, the air right out of it. So. This is pretty much the same thing as the other one, just smaller. Alright, here we go. It's been one hell of a day, but I finally made it back to the shop. This is the one packing seal for that. Hydraulic guy actually, he put this one together for me, made sure everything was working, put new seals and stuff on it, which is a good thing, because now I know how to put it back together the right way. He did not throw this one together, which is fine. Whatever, he didn't have to. But we got all the good stuff here. The kit for the 3 smaller seals, and then the one kit for the other one. So I guess we're gonna fire this machine up. I'm gonna lift the head up and get this thing so I can work on it here, I guess. And we're gonna start somewhere. So here you go. Not there. Really. We got a socket. It's a 2-quarter. I got extra bit for it. Alright. Still cannot get this nut off. I have pounded, beat everything on it. Talked to a hydraulic guy. They didn't think they could get it off. They don't have the right equipment. We've had dowel pins in it. I've got a pipe wrench that kind of fits on it, and just no luck. We can't get it to come free. So reluctantly, I built a couple tools, didn't work. So we're going all out and building a real tool to hopefully do this. So what we got here is the outer diameter of that cylinder is not a normal size. So the problem is I can't buy a piece of pipe that size, or I have to machine it and be really creative with that. So what we're going to do is I mocked up a tool here. I hope it don't break. I just tacked it together. I can go real crazy with it. I got a piece of flat iron here, or steel. We're going to heat this up. We're going to bend this thing around, and we're going to make our own round pipe. We'll weld it together, make a sleeve over it, and then we'll drill holes in it, put dowel pins in, put a pipe on that, weld something to it, and then we can possibly turn it then. So I got a couple little things to tack weld on this. We'll fire it up and go. Hey guys! All right, here we go. We got something of a round disc, I guess. It's not what I want, but it is what it is. Worked pretty good. The problem is this thing's bent, and I may have not gotten it perfectly square, so I couldn't use the tool, and it may not be quite right. I didn't take the time, and when we heated this up, my table actually bubbled right up pretty bad, which it's very, very thin. You can, so yeah, anyways, we got this. Still a little warm. I went to lunch. It's been about an hour. I'm going to beat this thing and make it look a little better. I got to weld a center section inside of it, and we'll squeeze that thing together and weld her up and make her work. So here we go. We got this in a round circle-ish. It's not perfect, but it does fit around it with a little bit of love. We put the pipe on here, welded these two back together. I'm not worried about the inside. Got her welded up, nothing pretty, but this should give us something to slide something over and possibly turn. So I got to get a ring in here. I got to drill the peg holes, and then we can slide it on there and test it. But my phone's ringing, but we are getting a snowstorm starting now, so I got a couple things I got to take care of so I can go to bed and get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to go plow for the rest of the day on Thursday. Yeah, I think tomorrow's Thursday. No, tomorrow's Friday. So whatever day it is. Today is Thursday. So we got to go start plowing first thing in the morning. So I got to get this because it's probably the boss. Everybody, back to the morbark backhoe shear. I'm having the issue of getting this cylinder apart. It's been probably a week now. I built this contraption here. The idea is you just slide it on, slide it over the deal there, and we turn these set screws. They go down in the holes, and we see if it'll turn. We may have to heat it up to try to get it to do it, to loosen it up or whatever. Haven't tried it, so here we go. We're gonna stick this thing on here and see what we can do. We're just gonna put it on and see if it'll turn it. Not perfectly round. It doesn't fit perfect, but it's on. This one didn't get lined up, so I mean it's gonna come off there. So we're gonna, I guess. So as you see here, I'm beating the crap out of this thing, and it's still not moving after heating it up and whatnot. Unfortunately, I did not catch this on camera. I got done beating the crap out of it, and I give up for a while, came back, I put a pipe wrench on it and a 10-foot stick, and it came right off. It broke right off for me, so I just decided, okay, well, let's move on to the next step. The cylinder was really, it was stuck together. I couldn't get it apart, so I decided to chain it to the forklift, like as you see here, and pull on it a little bit, and as you see, it'll come apart for me, and then we proceed to rebuild the cylinders, put it back together, and away we go. Apart that what we got going on here. This thing's really tight on there for some reason. It looks dirty to me. Stinks. Doesn't look too bad in there. We'll get that nut off, get it put apart. And then we'll reseal this thing, get it back together, and then we'll get back to you on seeing if it works. So now that we got that cylinder apart, we went ahead and rebuilt everything, put it all back together. I didn't get any footage of rebuilding the cylinders. I thought I did, but I guess I didn't. They're real straightforward. It's just going backwards of what we did, taking it apart basically. We just repacked a couple of the packings in it and put them back together. Nothing real major. So we put her back together, and as you see, we are using it now. And we cut a few trees down here. We'll show you that. What's up, everybody? So I wanted to give an update on the JCB 214 with the morbark shear head on it. We seen the parts where we used it and stuff, and was actually cutting some trees down with it. Here it is right here. It does good. It does awesome. I like it. The only thing is the tractor is a little light for it, especially when you get a bigger tree and, you know, 80-foot stick. It's a little tall for it to handle it. It wants to tip it over or whatever. But I mean, it does it. Biggest thing is it's nice if you can cut it and drop it right there versus cutting it and trying to move it around. In some cases, it's just too much leverage for the machine. And I'm sure you'll see some of that in the video with me grabbing the trees and stuff. The one clip I think does show that I dropped it right away. I had to set it down or it was going to take me with it. It's not something that I would definitely go out and make money with, but for what I'm going to do with it and whatnot, it does great for me. I think it'll work good. We can use it for what we're doing, especially smaller stuff. You know, if the tree wasn't so tall, it would be great. It's just when the trees get, you know, 60, 80 feet tall or whatever they are, you know, they're just too much. So, but it works good for me. I'm happy with it. The only thing that would be better is if we could get a bigger machine and hook it to it, the proper machine for it, which I'm not going to do that because I'm not in the forestry side of everything. I bought that thing to use it for what I wanted to use it for, and it's working great for that. I'm sure we'll have more video clips. If anything goes wrong with it or anything changes, I'll definitely let you guys know. And other than that, stay tuned for the next video. We're going to be working on a truck, fixing a box. So, and a bunch of other crap that has to be fixed on it, along with whatever else the day brings me. We'll see you then.